Okay,
Yes.
we are live. Yeah. Hello, hi guys, hi everyone.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening. How's everyone? Just quickly sharing.
So today we will be yeah, yeah. So today we'll be doing our annual ritual workshop. Uh, every year at the start, we do one session wherein we chit chat, we talk about what goals we want to set ourselves for diabetes management and how we plan to achieve them, how we plan to keep ourselves accountable and learn each other's goals and take some inspiration from each other. That's the whole agenda of today's workshop. And we hope that it will be yeah. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I couldn't hear you very clearly, but I'm just gonna. I'm not sure if it's my internet or. So if someone could please share in the comments if both of us are audible and visible.
Hello.
Happy New Year to everyone, and it's been quite some days since we've stepped into the new year, but hope it's going well for everyone. Snehal, your screen seems frozen to me.
Okay, is this better? Am I visible, audible?
Yeah, yeah, this is better. I can hear you now.
Okay, great. I just changed my network and this feels good enough now. Yeah. Hello, hi Suresh, hi Rishikesh, Rajiv ji. Hello, welcome. Hi Parul. So what I was saying is, we want this session to be very interactive. We want you all to write down in the comments what are your goals on how you plan to manage diabetes, and we want to learn from each other, take inspiration from each other's goals, and yeah, I think it's going to be a fun chit chat video, and I hope we can talk to everybody. So yes, let's get started. Rajiv ji says universal goal being mindful always. That's 100% right. You always need to be mindful of everything in general. Like how you behave, irrespective of the diabetes management part. Uh, the food you eat, the workouts you do, or how you speak, your interactions at work. You always have to be mindful of everything. That's a very good goal to have. But other than your diabetes goal, we would also like to know your personal goals as well. Is there something you want to achieve this year, something you want to learn, you want to travel somewhere, or you want to pick up a new hobby? So let us know. And me and Nupur will also be chit chatting on our hobbies and what special things we expect this year as well. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just looking away for a few moments to make sure that I'm sharing this video, and all our friends are reminded that it's that time of the week of the weekend, and it's 5 o'clock, and Nehal and Nupur are here. So please join in and tell us, like Snehal was saying, tell us what your goals are, and thank you to Rajiv ji who's already shared. But tell us your, maybe we can begin with our health goals, like what do we feel, Snehal and me. I can start sharing, like I haven't really thought of a very specific uh, goal or a target, because I feel like around New Year, around this time of the year, everyone is super excited, and all the resolutions and everything's happening, and then somewhere down the line, we tend to lose steam. So I just feel like, okay, I'm just gonna keep trying to better what I'm already doing, and I'm going to try and be more mindful and take a step back, because sometimes, you know what to do. It's just
Yeah.
that you need to tell yourself, hey, listen, like, you need to do this now, and you need a little bit of empty space in your mind. You need a calm mind, a peaceful mind to be able to do that. So I think for me, maybe, given how things are right now, that's my sort of broad goal for health and even generally.
Yeah, that's great. And I think that's also a constant reminder for myself, because I feel me as a person, I'm always rushing. I always want to do a lot of things. So this year I'm
Yeah,
going to focus on taking a step back and picking and choosing the things I want to do, rather than just investing everything in every other things to do. Hi Parul. Parul says she wants to get out the constant circle of fear. She just completed her 1 year with T1D. Amazing. Yesterday. She
congratulations.
completed 1 year with T1D yesterday. Happy anniversary, Parul. That's amazing.
Yes, congratulations. I think the first year is the toughest. So, congrats to you for being strong and for going through it. And there's no option, right? We have to do it. And you're doing it well. And I see your posts often on the group. So, I think that you're doing really nicely. There's a question from Karthik. Can I eat sugar-free gulab jamun? And before that, I want to ask Snehal. I don't remember if I've asked Snehal this recently, like many years back. But Snehal, if you had to pick between gulab jamun and rasmalai, and let's say both of them had no impact on your blood sugar and they were like nice and low carb, which one would you pick?
I'd pick gulab jamun. Yeah, I'm like
O- Okay, same
gulab
here.
jamun person.
Yeah, I think me too. So, and it looks like Karthik is on our Gulab Jamun team as well. And I see Rishikesh's messages, and he says without chashni, you can make a recipe, or you can use to make chashni instead of sugar, you can use stevia or some sweetener. And also, if you go onto YouTube or Google and type in keto or low carb gulab jamun, you'll see a lot of recipes that are surely very tasty as well. Also, there are brands available like Artinchi that also sell, gulab jamun, kala jamun, things like that. So I think that's also something that you can explore depending on where you live. You can see if they deliver to you. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a lot
yeah.
of information about gulab jamun.
And one more tip that I usually do, in case you really want to eat a gulab jamun and there's no option of low carb or anything else, I
Yeah,
usually squeeze the entire juice out of like
yeah,
the sugar syrup. I use You can use your fingers, you can use like your hands, or you can use like a spoon to kind of just squeeze the juice out.
yeah,
And also, like, you have to know that it is made. It has some flour in it, so definitely that is going to spike as well, not just the sugar syrup. But
correct.
it's okay. I think it's okay to have once in a while. That's all right. So find your thing. Like if you want to just squeeze the sugar syrup out, or you can search for some low carb options which are easily available now. So that's amazing, right?
Okay, Snehal, Karthik is so nice. He's going to send us. He says, I'm going to make and send to Nupur and Snehal. Karthik, we are going to remember this. So, we're really looking forward to your gulab jamun. In the meanwhile, we're going to have some chai. But hi, Surbhi. Suresh says, I want to just get out of the panic situation that I
Right.
was facing a year back, and I want to be in a cool situation. I think that is so important, right? Like taking care of your health and doing XYZ, that is great. But what is, I think, step one is, accepting what has happened, having a cool mind, and it's okay to cry, it's okay to feel bad. That is natural, that is human, especially for
Yeah.
those friends who are newly diagnosed or have young children or themselves have got diabetes and it's a big shock. Allow yourself the time to grieve and to feel upset, because if you bottle that up, it's going to come out in some different ways, right?
Yeah, absolutely right. I think it's better. It's also important, to kind of understand what you want to do and what you want to pick for yourself. Don't just do
Yeah,
something because you see your friends doing or someone on Instagram doing. Like, just think for yourself. Like, if is it something that you really want to do, and only do those things. Only pick and choose. Like where you want to invest your time, energy, efforts, dedication, all of that.
yeah. Okay, I'm really amused with Surbhi's message, and she says, I not only squeeze the juice, but I also rinse it with drinking water. That is the level of commitment that Surbhi's got, and that's amazing.
Yeah, that's funny. No. Okay, I will start with my goal for this year.
Yeah,
Health wise, also, like, I really wish I can do a little bit better, like
yeah,
HbA1c wise, I'm like just, just dangling in between 6.2 to 6.5, and I know I can do a lot better. So I want to, like, kind of push myself towards the six, that the proper six number which I want to achieve. So I'm going to work more on that. Like, it's not like I don't know what to do.
yeah,
uh, yeah, but I need to be very conscious of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, especially in terms of food. So people who know me or people who have met me, they know that I'm a foodie, and it's very difficult for me to say no to food. If someone offers something, I'm like, अरे थोड़ा सा taste कर लेते हैं, like, I'm that kind of a person. So yes, I think it's better to kind of focus more on what I want to eat, that way. And I think personal goal wise, Nupur, do you have any personal goals? Like, is there something you want to do this year?
Um, I'm sure like something comes to my mind at, New Year ho ya na ho, I'm at that point I'm gonna be like, yeah, I really want to do this. Like sometime back, and this is nothing to do with New Year, but sometime back, like few years back, 5 years back, we did this 100 kilometer trail walker in Karjat, right? Four type 1 diabetics. I was one of them, and we completed 100 kilometers, and we were like, wow, type 1 diabetics can do anything, and of course type 2s as well, but like 100 kilometers is a huge thing. And so there were a lot of people in the following year that said, mujhe bhi karna hai, I will also join, let me also help, maybe not 100. So a lot of these discussions were happening, and we had a lot of fun plans, Snehal, where we used to think, acha, we'll just, we'll take we'll probably just walk from like Pune to Mumbai or Mumbai to Pune and get friends from both the cities to join. So I think that is something that would be super fun from a fun perspective. But um, from a more like practical and day to day type of thing, I think I want to be I want to be more mindful, and I also want to fine tune things a little bit. So when things are busy or stressful or there's a lot of travel, in my overall management seems to slip, and I don't enjoy that because I really enjoy the feeling of being in range and feeling good about myself, having a routine, exercising. Another thing I do want to do in the coming year is to exercise more regularly. And like let me just like target every single day. And then it doesn't matter how many I end up doing, but at least I have that target.
Absolutely. And I'm going to take a piece out of your notebook. And this year, my personal goal is to start learning Spanish.
Wow.
And then maybe I'll bug Nupur and force her to, like, speak with me in Spanish as well. So that way we both can learn together.
Yeah, yeah, no, thanks for that reminder, Snehal, because I think, we both started learning languages together, and then I just completely dropped off and, didn't. So that's also something that Snehal reminded me just now, and I think that's something fun. And like Rajiv ji is saying that diabetes is not the end of everything, and there's a lot more to life. Of course, it's a big part because, we are sitting in this workshop. Of course, we have an eye on our blood sugar. We know that अगर hypo आया तो we've got something साथ में we've got some shakkar or glucose or something. So it's there constantly in the background, but there's a lot more that we can do. I'm seeing Parul's comment, and she says the doctor says I'm in the honeymoon phase and that my blood sugars will be all over the place soon. It doesn't have to be like that, Parul, because you seem like you're a very aware and conscious person, about your own diabetes. So for people who don't know, when we went through the honeymoon phase, whatever little bit we may have had when we were children, there was not much knowledge about it. And you know we honestly, I don't even remember. Like, I see your question, will it be gradual or sudden? I don't know, actually. Perhaps your LADA, I don't know if you're type 1 or LADA. I think I saw you saying you're type 1, but there's no fixed thing. It could be anything, and the only way to keep checking is to check your blood sugar often. So either
Yeah.
use a CGM or use a glucometer. But जब तक आप चेक नहीं करोगे, आपको पता नहीं लगेगा क्या हो रहा है. Is there something going wrong, or do you need to fix something?
Yeah. And it's important, like especially in the honeymoon phase, because once you're transitioning out of the honeymoon phase, like Nupur mentioned, monitoring will make you aware of when exactly is the honeymoon phase over, because you don't want to have again like high blood sugars for you to understand when the honeymoon phase is over. So it's very important for you to check regularly, to monitor either using the glucometer or using your CGM. Anything will do, but keep on checking regularly. And it may happen gradually or it may be a sudden thing, but we all know that you are better prepared now. Like you know what to do exactly, and how, the insulin that you're taking and you're monitoring. So I think you will be better prepared that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um, just seeing. Nupur and Snehal, how did you meet? Okay, Snehal, do you want to?
So I know Nupur since a really, really long time. Like I think we met as kids when we both were T1s. Nupur was diagnosed definitely earlier than me. I was diagnosed when I was 11 years old, and we met at the camp. And I think we subsequently met at these camps, and then I think we both had a teenage phase, and then we lost touch, and we didn't like meet again. I think for a few years in between, and then I think we met at another camp. It was very random, like me and Nupur were talking about lipsticks and stuff like that. And I think lipsticks was the first thing we discussed. And then we tried the CGM also together. Like there's this picture I put on the Facebook group as well. Like me and Nupur tried the CGM for the first time. I think that was what, 2013 or 14, something like that. And Nupur was the first one who also did a trial of the pump back then. And I did not have the confidence. I clearly remember that. And I was like, wow, Nupur, like she's on the go, like she tried the sensor also, and then she's going to try the pump also. So yeah, I think we connected after that, and we were in touch on and off until we finally decided to start working together for Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation. And the first project we did together was the first ever Blue Circle Diabetes charity calendar. And that was the first project we did together. And after that, I decided to work with her and the NGO, and that's how we are here.
Yeah, and I think really thanks to T1, we've met and made so many amazing friends, and it's family. All these people that we know through the years. कुछ लोगों से हम मिले हैं पहले, and some people we have never met, but we feel that sense of friendship and closeness to all of them, all of you, which I think is really amazing. And hopefully, in the coming year, one of the other wishes is that many of us will be able to meet. We'll either be able to come to your city, or if you come to our cities, that would be something really fun. So Surbhi says that her goal for 2025 and the years to come is to live without fear and be happy and mentally, physically, emotionally healthy, live for myself and do all the little and big things that my inner child always wanted to do. That is so cool, Surbhi.
That's amazing.
Yeah, for the audience, Surbi herself is T1 since a very long time, and I'll let her share in the comments a bit more about herself if she wishes to. But I think that sounds like a really well-rounded and wonderful goal, not just for the year but always.
Yeah, true.
Karthik says, when was the last time you feel hypo? Well, not today, definitely. Um, But I mean, because we're type 1 and we are on injected insulin, even if there's a type 2 on injected insulin, they could have hypo. So as long as your hypos are not super frequent and causing you a lot of trouble, it's not a big problem. I mean, it literally
Yeah,
takes a few minutes to get back to normal most of the times.
yeah. And I had a hypo, a very bad one, just yesterday night.
Oh no.
So yeah, I mean, I thought I'm okay. I went off to sleep, and then I was like, "कुछ तो feel हो रहा है," and I
Yeah.
just applied the sensor, so I couldn't trust the reading. So I checked my glucometer, and I was like somewhere around 60. And then I was like, now I have to like correct this thing. And I had early morning today as well. So we did like an awareness session today morning in a part of the city, like at the other end from where I stay. So I had an early day as well. And obviously I was just a little annoyed कि अभी कल सुबह जल्दी उठ के जाना है and अभी रात को हाइपो आ गया है 2 बजे को.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then obviously I treated it and I went to sleep. And that was the last time yesterday night itself.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a lot of people when they're newly diagnosed. They Some of their questions are that maybe we'll get to a point where everything will be very set, everything will be very stable, and you have to improve your diabetes management. But there, it isn't that we've had diabetes for so long, but it isn't that everything is smooth sailing all the time, right? We still have hypos, we still have bad days, and I think that's completely okay. Like we spoke about mental health and about how important it is to have the right mindset. So I just want to quickly say thank you to Surbhi. She just quickly sent me a message and I would have definitely forgotten this. Nehal would have remembered, I'm sure, but I would have forgotten this. So you guys would have seen we put out a Google form a day or two ago. The Libre Pro sensors, I'm assuming most of us know about the Libre Pro sensors. They are probably shutting down. So, we are collecting feedback from our community, and we hope to be able to, talk with the company and sort of understand what sort of middle ground we can have, because the Libre Pro is relatively affordable. I won't say very cheap, but it's more affordable than the Libre One, which is the consumer version, and that is more than double the cost. So if the Pro stops, uh, you know, we'll all either have to use the consumer version, or those of us that can't afford to use it will have to either stop using it or use it very infrequently. All of these things are obviously not nice things to happen. So please fill that form. I will plug it into the comment section, and yeah, back to you, Sahil.
No, absolutely. That's a good reminder because we quickly want to gather our community's feelings and thoughts around this topic. And we plan to kind of consolidate all our views, all our opinions, and maybe draft a letter to the company plus some government authorities and try to find a middle ground, like Nupur said, because obviously the company has their own goals as well, and they are also a business. So we cannot ask them to kind of reduce the price or something like that, but we'll have to see what we can achieve. Our demands have to be very clear and something which the government intervention and the company has to like agree upon. So that's a quick reminder and a request for everyone. If you have not filled the form, like please do so, because within a day or two me and Nupur kind of plan to work on consolidating it and drafting a letter to the required stakeholders like that. Okay, Suresh says my goal is that teaching my kid WOE. Is that like, I
Way
don't
of
know what
eating.
does it, and get rid of all those that I'm facing. Okay, like
Nice.
yeah.
Great. That's very
Okay,
nice.
yeah. And Raghav is asking, during intermittent fasting, is it needed to take the tablets in the morning? But which tablets are you referring to, Raghav? Like, is it diabetes related or is it related to some other condition? Um,
Yeah,
is
please
all
tell us if you have, type 2, if you're on metformin. There are
Yeah,
so many types and things of medicines as well.
yeah. He
How
also
many?
asks that is there a need to have food without getting hungry when there is no symptoms of hypoglycemia? I think a quick reminder to everyone. on hypoglycemia or low sugars, or hypos, what we generally call them. Like if you are feeling hypo symptoms, it is always important to cross check on a glucometer. In case you do not have a glucometer, I would recommend you trust your body's symptoms. You cure the hypo first, you treat the hypo first. And how do you treat an hypo is to have sugar, either your table sugar or powdered sugar in the form of glucon D or glucovita tabs or fruit juice, something that will quickly raise your sugar up. Do not have candy or like anything carby, because that will take a lot of time for the sugars to be increased. And obviously there's no need for you to eat something every time you have a low sugar. The first and the foremost important thing is to cure, is to treat your hypo. And that you can do, like I said, by having sugar. Like there's no need for you to kind of force feed something if you don't feel like eating it.
Absolutely right. So, our friend here, Raghav, is on metformin, and guessing he's type 2. And so basically, I think now we begin. Now we can understand, where you're coming from and what you're asking, and it's all making sense to us. And well, you'll have to, consult with your doctor a little bit about the dosage and the timing and that sort of thing. Because Nehal and I have type 1 and we're on insulin. There's a lot of adjustments that we do to our insulin on our own. But in the case of type 2 and with the specific medication that you're on, it might be a good idea to uh, plan your intermittent fasting, then speak to the doctor and say, this is what I'm doing, and when should I take my medication in this case. And like Snehal said, I absolutely agree with her. No need to force yourself to eat. As it is, we have access to a lot of food these days. It was not the same case 20, 30 years back. So the minute we feel bored or emotional or happy or angry or hungry or hypo or anything, food is very, very close by for everyone. So no need to have food. Treat your hypo with sugar or with glucose, and then eat only when you're hungry.
Yeah,
Karthik,
absolutely.
I don't know, is Karthik T1 as well? Maybe he'll tell us in the comments, how long he's T1 and a little bit about him. And he's asking how many T1s are there in India. So, because we don't have a registry for, people who are living with diabetes, we don't have very specific data. Um, but
Yeah.
you'll see some sort of estimates on the net, and that is like sort of a best guess. um, so I'm going to move on to the next one. Why do people stay away from camps, workshops, things like that? It's Nehal. What do you think? Why do people not come?
If I have to tell from my personal experience, I think it was majorly because I was going through my teenage years, and then
Yeah,
I didn't want to hear anyone speak about diabetes around me. Like I was in that rebellious, angry phase. I didn't want people to tell me what to do. I was like, मैं तो नहीं किसी का सुनूंगी, like that way.
yeah,
And in this camps, the whole discussion is around type diabetes, and then I think that was one of the reasons. And as you grow older, I think when you're working, or you're in a different phase of life, I think it becomes pretty much about the timing, like if it fits into your schedule or not, and if someone else is coming or not, so it's a combination, I feel, of a lot of things. Do you have the time or not, and all of those things. So yeah, I think that's
yeah.
the only reason, I think. Do you have any other thoughts, Nupur?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, I think that way it is similar for us. I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. But also, like other people that we see, now that we are on sort of on the other side of the fence, we're organizing things. And of course, big thanks to everyone who's joined today and joins for the online workshops and also in person. But I think sometimes people lose motivation, they feel like, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, let it be. I'm busy, I have many other things to do, there's office. Maybe in the case of families, there are, not just the child with diabetes, but there are multiple children. There's school, college, office, uh, 10 other things going on. So I think when they're juggling all those balls, somewhere वो थोड़ा सा प्रायोरिटी नहीं रहता है. And it's okay, it happens. But if if your health is not in place, nothing else will work. You won't be able to go to office, you won't be able to go to school. So you have to remind yourself that taking care of my diabetes is not a burden. Sometimes it can be burdensome, that's true, it's very annoying, but it's just something that I have to do, and for those who are doing it and showing up, I wish that y'all are able to motivate and inspire many, many other people, who have thoughts about whether they should come or not. They should definitely be there and come. And some people also want to hide that they have diabetes. I know for Snehal and me, that's never been a problem.
Yeah.
But people also have this stigma about, log kya kahenge, and that sort of thing. And maybe someone will laugh at me or make fun of me, or and obviously we know that that is something that you just have to work on in your mind, because people are going to do what people will do, but I think the rest of it is up to us to figure out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I the every time I speak about my personal experience, I always share this that I absolutely hated pricking my like my fingers for blood testing on a glucometer. Like I was
Yeah,
somehow okay with the injecting part, but I didn't want to like use the glucometer at all. And for the longest time, I was just running from it. I was just hiding from it. And I used to lie to my parents that I've tested. In fact, when I didn't test it. And that changed when I was attending these camps and meeting a lot of my friends who live with type 1. And we were
yeah,
sitting on a table having lunch, and I could see all of them. They were carrying everything with them. Everyone just took out the glucometers and everyone was testing together. And I could
yeah,
see them doing that with such ease. And like everyone is just happily chit chatting and discussing their sugars. And that kind of made that mind shift change for me. And that's how I started to kind of work around my fear of pricking my fingers, basically. And I think this
correct.
this story also goes in alignment with the next question. um, Mohit and Rishikesh are asking on life without CGM. So I think I just said that me and Nupur first tried the CGM together, and that was I think 2013 or something like that, like almost 10 years back. And I think before that, I used to check my blood sugars. When I was diagnosed, I hated, like I said, I didn't bother checking. And then I went through that gradual transition of checking 3 times a day, 4 times a day. And then when I met this community, I was okay testing my sugar 7 to 8 times a day also. But then
Yeah,
I would also like to I don't want to scare anyone off कि भाई इतना ज्यादा कैसे किया. Like I said, for me it has been a transition, it has been a journey. ऐसा नहीं था कि मेरा डायग्नोसिस हो गया एंड किसी ने आके मुझे बोला अरे अभी कल से 7 बार चेक करो. It didn't happen like that. I took my time. I went from once, twice, 3 to 4 times to 7 to 8 times. I took my time to be comfortable with this idea. And yes, Nupu, you want to talk a little bit about life without CGMs?
yeah, and actually now it is so relevant, right? Because कल को जब Libre Pro बंद हो जाएगा तब हम क्या करेंगे?
Yeah.
I've been noticing all the answers, and it's so sad because all of us are in the same boat. Some people have been filling in the form that I'll stop using, I'll go back to glucometer. Some people have said I'll use the expensive वाला, but मैं शायद 3 महीने में एक बार use करके try करूंगी या try करूंगा. So we have to plan how to manage. And I think for us, we have spent a long part of our diabetic journey without a CGM. So even though we've had a CGM for like maybe almost 10 years, but sometimes you forget, right, what was life like before CGMs. And I think that now, if I didn't have a CGM, I would try and test at least, 7 to 8 times a day minimum, and more also if required. But उतना तो करना ही पड़ेगा, because and the logic is, for those who are wondering, दिन में अगर आप 3 बार खाते हो, you are eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, or some snacks. So each time you eat, you should know your blood sugar. You should not eat anything without knowing your blood sugar. So you'll have to test each time, and then after you finish eating, 2 hours later again you'll have to test. So that is just the bare minimum. Over and above that, अगर आपको hypo आया, hyper आया, कुछ अजीब symptoms आए, कुछ लगा, then again, you have to check. So um, this is what it should be. But of course we know that ये recommendation इतना नहीं दिया जाता है. अगर आप पूछो भी किसी से, even when you go to professionals, it's not all the time that someone will tell you. In fact, I don't know anyone, even doctors who have said that आप 10 बार check करो दिन में. But we find through our experience, and a lot of other diabetics find that the more you test, it's not to scare yourself like Snehal said. It is just to guide yourself that अगर आप अंधेरे में तीर मार रहे हो, आपको पता ही नहीं है where your arrow is going, right? So it's very important that you know what your blood sugar is. That number is not there to scare you. ऐसा नहीं है कि 300 आया तो ओ माय गॉड अभी मैं बहुत मतलब आई एम अ बैड पर्सन. दैट्स फाइन. 300 आया, आप करेक्शन डोज ले लो, ब्रिंग इट डाउन. Be smart and use that information to correct your blood glucose levels. And if you're low, then have some sugar or something. Uh, but yeah, this is how it is, and I hope that we can figure out some solution to the challenge with CGMs. That's part of what we want to do this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of discussion around insurance also, I can see in the comments, which is, I think, another battle we have to fight. I think it's been very recent that T1s above the age of 18 years have started getting insurance, like from a few insurance companies, not all.
Yeah,
And definitely there's no particular health insurance as such for people living with uh, T1 or people on insulin basically. So it doesn't cover anything. It, like, everything for us is out of pocket expenses. It will not cover insulin, CGM, or your glucose strips, or needles or anything. It's not covering anything out of that. So for us it's always been out of pocket. And it's very slow. We have had these discussions a lot of times. The change that we want to see in the insurance sector in India, especially for NCDs, like people living with non-communicable diseases, it's been very, very slow. It needs a lot of lobbying in the government and like pushing the companies, and it's a long battle to be fought. But I think just a small win here was T1Ds above 18 years are getting the insurance in some companies. But again, you're right. For us, it's very difficult to kind of manage, and that's why we are so angry, and with the fact about Libre Pro getting discontinued and expensive CGMs coming in India. And I think I personally feel that even though like you do like some very great achievement in medical technology, I think it's a zero value if people cannot use it, if people cannot afford it. So it doesn't matter
yeah,
if you say like, oh wow, मैंने तो इतना बड़ा invention कर दिया which is going to solve all your problems, but it cost some 1 lakh or something which normal people cannot afford. So it's of no use actually. It's of zero value if it is not benefiting the actual people or the patients who are living with the condition. I think I feel very passionately about that.
या क्या फर्क पड़ता है अगर बेस्ट सीजीएम इन द वर्ल्ड है कहीं पे. एंड आई सी अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल ऑन आवर ग्रुप आल्सो सेइंग कि आई विश इंडिया में डेक्सकॉम होता, आई विश इंडिया में ओमनीपॉड होता. बट अरे अगर होता तो भी हम लेते क्या? Because if the
Yeah.
product is going to cost you, like a couple of lakhs, very few people are going to get it, almost no one. So what difference would it make if that product is there or not? And I think a lot of it also comes down to the management. ऐसे नहीं है कि CGM के बिना आप मैनेज नहीं कर सकते हो. It makes life very easy. We want to take the most benefit of that, but it's not the end of the world. We'll keep working, we'll keep advocating and pushing for the affordability aspect. But in the meanwhile, how to manage, I think that was an interesting discussion we had a little while ago. And even for insurance, like Snehal was saying, it's only there for hospitalization. It's not there for day-to-day expenditure. So that is something that we must know. And I don't know, like there are people who have joined our chat from across India. So there are some states in India that do give you, free insulin, including rapid acting insulin. So if you're in the states of Telangana, or if you're in Goa or Uttarakhand, a couple of states like these, you will you do have access to these rapid insulins as well, and you can go to a government hospital and get yourself registered there and avail of free medication, but that is not there in a lot of other places. So maybe something that we can plan for our community going forward is to talk to governments, to see how we can get some benefit for people who need insulin or who need these medications to live. These are for survival. It's not an optional thing, right?
Yeah. Rishikesh is saying that cartoons and anime must have some educational videos for children. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And we have seen like T1Ds in some anime also. I think I don't remember the name, but I think there was a side character which they showed was a T1, which I felt was amazing. Just even that kind of an awareness is important to show in mainstream media.
Yeah, I know there was some Disney में there was some character जिसको
Yeah,
CG
yeah.
I don't know, मुझे नाम नहीं याद है, but maybe somebody in the audience will know and tell us. And Madhur says how frustrating in my initial days. Madhur, are you talking about the like
I
the
think it's talking
testing
about the CGMs.
CGM?
Before
हाँ,
CGMs. Yeah.
correct, correct. Sleeping alone is problematic for children. That's true. And to some extent, the CGM that was available until now and is still there, the Libre Pro. So if you use something like the Libre Pro and Meow Meow, and then you sync it up with the Blue Circle Diabetes app, as a parent, you can remotely check your child's blood sugar. So if your child is going to school, or if your child is sleeping in another room, or with in another house, even then you can remotely track the child's blood sugars or your loved ones sugars. So that is something Rishikesh, that you can, in case your daughter's using a CGM, you can already set up. And if you have any challenges setting it up, just drop us a message on the group, and we'll be able to help out. Then he says that
And
pumps are
Ankur,
taking
before we go
sorry.
to that question, because Rishikesh asked this question that sleeping alone is problematic, I have one question for you. And I
Huh.
always feel in awe that you are staying alone, and then you manage everything alone. And for me, I think there's this mental block that I don't think so I can stay alone. Like there's this always this question of what if I have a very bad hypo and there's no one around to help.
Yeah.
So how did you like take that decision of like staying alone and like traveling alone? Uh, what gave you that courage, and like what are the tips and tricks that you follow?
Initially, I think when I was not doing it, I felt like क्या हो जाएगा देख लेंगे, that kind of वो थोड़ा सा वो भी था, that attitude was there. And I knew that कोई ना कोई संभाल लेगा. Like when you're at home, when you're with family, somebody or the other is there. But then slowly, like I began to realize that okay, this is my thing and I have to take care of it. So there are few things that I do, and I know Snehal's also done so much, travel on her own. And there are a couple of things that we do. One is to be able to check your blood sugar before you sleep. Very important. अगर सोते टाइम आपका शुगर है ही 70 या 60, then you'll have to stay up a little bit longer, and आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा वापस आधे एक घंटे में टू मेक श्योर दैट यू आर एट अ सेफ लेवल बिफोर यू स्लीप. वो एक है. सेकंड है कि इन माय केस आई नो दैट अर्ली डिनर रियली हेल्प्स मी. द रीजन इज नॉट ओनली आपके बॉडी को थोड़ा सा डाइजेशन के लिए टाइम मिल जाता है, बट ऑल्सो द फैक्ट दैट इफ आई ईट माई डिनर एट 7 और 7:30, जो मैंने नोवो रैपिड लगाया है उसका असर खत्म हो जाएगा 10-11 बजे तक. देन आई एम फ्री टू स्लीप एंड मेरे बॉडी में एक्टिव नोवो रैपिड नहीं है. So if I'm going to sleep with active insulin in my body, then anything can happen. High भी हो सकता है, low भी हो सकता है. So I find this to be again really important. One, check your sugar before sleeping. Two, eat an early dinner. Three is to make sure that your basal is set properly. जो long acting insulin होता है वो अच्छी से उसका डोज सही होना चाहिए. क्योंकि अगर लॉन्ग एक्टिंग का डोज बहुत ज्यादा है तो बार बार हाइपो आएगा. एंड अगर लॉन्ग एक्टिंग का डोज कम है, शुगर विल गो हाई. सो इफ योर लॉन्ग एक्टिंग इज लाइक सॉलिड अगर है, देन इवन इफ you're without food for many hours, that's not a problem. Apart from this, always keep a bottle of water, always keep some glucovita or some sugar next to you. क्योंकि अगर आपको हाइपो आया, बहुत लोगों के साथ हमने ये भी सुना है वो गिर गए नींद में बेड से, उठ नहीं पाए, फ्रिज तक जा नहीं पाए। सो आप अपने पास में ही रखो ये सारी चीजें, एंड इफ देयर इज एन इमरजेंसी, यू कैन जस्ट आप अपना हाथ एक्सटेंड करके यू कैन हैव वट एवर योर हाइपो ट्रीटमेंट इज। देन आई थिंक द लास्ट थिंग इज, अगर आपको डर लग रहा है, कुछ हो रहा है, जस्ट कीप एन अलार्म, कीप योर मोबाइल फोन, उसको पूरा चार्ज करके रखो, एंड कीप एन अलार्म ऑन योर फोन। रात को 2 बजे 3 बजे एक बार, हफ्ते में एक दिन भी किया तो यू आर लिटिल बिट सॉर्टेड, यू नो दैट अच्छा 2 बजे मेरा 120 है, चलो ठीक है। सो दीज आर कपल ऑफ थिंग्स दैट नाइट टाइम में विल कीप यू सॉर्टेड।
Yeah.
सेम फॉर
And
अडल्ट ऑल्सो, मोबाइल, करेक्ट।
yeah, same. I think, and like I said, like Nupur, when I look at Nupur, I just feel like she's very sorted in terms of, like managing everything alone. I'm still a little scared, and I'm also very scared of the idea of like living alone. I don't think so, like I'm mentally ready for that yet. But again, another suggestion is like what Nupur said, like always have your hypo treats around you. मतलब ऐसे आप हाथ extend करते ही आपके हाथ में आना चाहिए. And people like me who are using Glucovita, it's important that you kind of keep this ready. इसके
या
ऊपर ना एक प्लास्टिक का कवर होता है, तो वो आप हाइपो के बीच में यू कैनॉट ओपन इट. So me and my family we sit together. We kind of ensure that everything, all of this is like taken out. And जब भी चाहिए तो आप बस को खोल के you can use it. So don't wait at the end moment. मतलब सिर्फ ये ऐसा पैकेट बाजू में रखने से कुछ नहीं होगा. You have to ensure that you can easily open the box also, like something like that. So keep in
या
mind of these small things also.
दैट्स रियली हेल्पफुल, क्योंकि हाइपो के टाइम पे वो खुलता ही नहीं है, जब हाथ भी शेक हो रहे हैं, सब गड़बड़ हो रहा है, तो दिस ऑल ट्रायल एंड एरर करके वी ऑल हैव टू लर्न। सुरभि सेइंग दैट्स एन एक्सीलेंट सजेशन टू हैव अर्ली डिनर एंड अपना बोलस इंसुलिन खत्म कर लो। Mohit says, I want to know more about how to handle the entire day while traveling, and that too to an unknown territory where I'm not sure कि क्या खाना मिलेगा, what is the itinerary, and if I'm very busy. And he went to Kerala recently. Wow, Mohit, that sounds amazing. But very low availability of low carb food outside the hotel where we were staying at. So I think one by one I can start, and then Snehal can jump in as well. I think traveling में थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ तो हो जाता है, that's true, because there are a lot of unknown things. At home you know that there's a certain type of food, आपको time पे आप बनाओगे, आपको मिलेगा whatever. So I think when you're out, what you can control is the food that you're ordering. Sometimes it can go wrong, but I think in Kerala, Mohit, I don't know if you eat eggs and meat and all of that, but I think there's a lot of those options as well. बहुत सारा fish मिलता है केरला में, for example. So आप कहीं भी जाओ, you can uh, you don't have to specifically look for a low carb or a keto thing. Even if you go to a dhaba, आपको ढाबे में भी दाल मिल जाएगा, सब्जी मिल जाएगी, you will get some chicken or fish or whatever. So you have to pick and choose what options will work for you. Carry your Frio अगर गर्मी है तो you can carry that along. You can, I don't know, over to Snehal.
Yeah. And I think when I was traveling solo for the very first time, like I was equally nervous, equally excited, and I was like, "Abhi to matlab sugars have to be very perfectly fine."
Yeah,
And then the second city I was in, I had a very bad hypo. I was in my hotel room, and I was like, before sleeping, my sugars were perfectly fine,
yeah,
and I had a bad hypo. It was like a 3 a.m. hypo, and that shaked me up really bad. I was like, oh shit. Like now I have a long trip ahead of me, and I don't want to feel hypo. So I ensure that I'm eating on time. Like when you're traveling, you usually maybe skip breakfast, or you skip
yeah,
lunch, or you have a late lunch. I think having your food on time is very important. And the second
correct,
thing is like when I'm traveling and I don't know what kind of food is available, I let my sugars be on a little higher side. Like I'm okay if it is 160, 170, 180. I am okay
yeah,
with that. I do not overcorrect when I'm traveling, especially because you're right, Mohit. It becomes very difficult. Sometimes you order food, it can take 30 minutes, it can take 10 minutes, you don't know, and sometimes pre-bolusing becomes difficult. So yeah, it's that has been my personal suggestion, like to Generally not freak out if your sugars are like little on the higher side. That is just for my mental peace, that I know I'm not going in hypo, like a little high sugar is not going to do immediate damage. And the second thing, like Nupur said, is like to, you don't have to specifically look for कि अरे डब्बे पे लिखा हुआ होना चाहिए low carb है, I was at this restaurant once and they had nothing, like everything was very high carb. So I just told him that give me a plate of salad. He was like, I we don't have a specific salad. I said
Yeah.
हमको बस ककड़ी और गाजर काट के दे दो एक प्लेट में, and I added like some namak pepper on it. And then I
Yeah.
told him पनीर तो होगा आपके पास, like it was a veg restaurant. So I told पनीर को आप थोड़ा सा मसाले में फ्राई करके दे सकते हो. And he said okay, so I kind of pushed them to make something for me, which they didn't have to do some extra effort, and it was very easy to do. And for me also, like managing sugars was very easy. So I think these are
Yeah.
certain tips and tricks, like if you ask at a restaurant, I'm sure they will make something for you or they can arrange something for you. But you have to ask, like sometimes not a lot of things are there on the menu, in the menu you
Correct.
will not find a plate of kakdi and gajar, so you have to ask them and they will be more than happy to give you that. So I think these are like this small tips and tricks, like you can use, you can ask them. And another thing is like always stick to starters, I would say, rather than going on the main course, because main course I think everywhere is a little damadole. It can have refined flour, maida, corn flour. You don't know what flour is there in it, like even the sabji ka gravy has a lot of, like cream, and it can be very carby. So I
Yeah.
usually stick to maybe, like chicken tikka or like paneer or like stirred fried veggies, like they are light on your stomach also, and a good quantity of protein as well, so I usually stick to starters like that.
Correct. I'm just gonna like turn the conversation थोड़ा सा, and of course
Yeah.
please keep commenting and keep chatting about जो मुझे याद आया मैं बोल रही हूँ. Another thing that's happening in 2025, it seems like you all have heard about it and many people have been posting about Afreeza, which is the insulin which is inhalable. जैसे inhaler होता है जो जिनको एस्थमा है वो inhaler यूज करते हैं, वैसे सेम टाइप का इंसुलिन आने वाला है जो इंजेक्ट नहीं किया जाएगा बट बल्कि उसको आप इनहेल करके यूज करोगे. सो दिस इज नथिंग न्यू, इट्स जस्ट कि इंडिया में इट्स बीइंग न्यूली लॉन्च्ड. It's been around for quite many years, at least 6 or 8 years it's been around in the market. But please tell us in the comments if you want to know more about it, what you want to know about it. Maybe we'll do a workshop on it, maybe we'll do a video, but like please share your questions. And also I've tried this insulin 4 5 years back. It's called Afreeza. And I've been very lazy to make a video, and Snehal has been telling me, Nupur, video bana. So maybe, if I see your questions and I understand that, okay, this is what you want to know about Afreeza, I'll keep those questions in mind, and whatever I can answer, I'll be more than happy to shoot a quick video and finally get it out of the way. But that's something that's coming up in the coming year. I mean, in 2025. Yeah, Rishikesh.
Rashmi says, okay, go ahead.
So Snehal, Rishikesh and I were chatting earlier about uh, you know the house help. I think in his house or somebody in his locality, the lady's child has type 1 diabetes, and I was telling him that we can help that
Yeah.
child through Project Isha, which is a project for underprivileged diabetics across India, where so one thing about diabetes is that it's expensive. वो तो सबको पता है, we know that insulin and everything is expensive. But it's not just about that, right? It's about the knowledge also. And I think knowledge plays an equal part, or if not equal, more part in diabetes management. So if you really want to manage your sugars well and have a good, happy life, healthy life, you must know how to manage it yourself. You cannot wait for a doctor to come and tell you each time what to do. You have to empower yourself as a patient, as a family member, and you have to learn. So what we do at Project Isha is to also allocate a volunteer who will then support that person or that family. So as a like an older like a didi or a bhaiya, like, so that sort of relationship will be there, and we create a small way to communicate with them and help them out, and plan like a structured program for them. So within 3 months or 6 months, we want them to become independent. We don't want them to be dependent on us or on anyone. So that is about Isha. Over to Snehal.
And Prasit has a question here. What is the ideal age for kids to be moved on to a pump? Is it advisable for kids to be moved to a pump before their teenage years or when they become adults? Nopo, you want to share your thoughts on this? I know like
Uh,
we both have like very strong beliefs on the insulin delivery tools.
Yeah. So, Prasid, there's no age as such. There are children who are, even toddlers, 2 years old, 3 years old, even younger children, they do wear pumps. So there's no like sort of ideal age as such whenever the family is comfortable, whenever the child is comfortable, because we've seen, having counseled a lot of parents, we have seen that sometimes the parents, they make a whole plan about how they're going to put their child on a pump and how they're going to help the child and whatnot, but the child has a mind of their own, and the child in some cases will say, I don't want it at all. So like, as a family, if you can discuss and understand, and there are many factors, sometimes what happens is people only get stuck on the factor of cost, but it's not only the cost. The pump is a very expensive affair compared to insulin pen or syringe. But it's not just that. The pump is not plug and play. It's not just you use a pump and you're sorted. You still have to check, you still have to make sure your patch is not kinking, your needle is not bent. So there's a lot of effort with the pump as well. um, but it entirely depends on the individual. I've used a pump for around 5 to 6 years, a couple of years back, and my HbA1c on the pump and on syringes is in the same range. So the method of delivery doesn't matter as much. The pump is convenient, but beyond that, maybe you can do a trial and see. The company will give you a trial option. I know earlier they used to give a trial for a couple of weeks. I'm not sure what is the latest duration they offer a trial for, but that is something that you can definitely, don't feel obligated to buy it, but do, feel free to go in and try it out.
So I think what Nupur said is absolutely right. It's just an tool which will deliver insulin in your body. The tool can be either a syringe or a pen or a pump, but the basics of how you have to manage your diabetes, they remain the same in whichever tool you use. So you have to be very focused on your basics, and then I think it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Deepa says, who's a suitable candidate for the spray insulin, Afreeza? And I read that it gives a lot of hypos. People that can't use the inhalable insulin are children. So you need to be 18 plus. Then if you have a history of any respiratory disease, whether it is COPD or, asthma or lung cancer or anything, if you have had any of these problems, then again, they recommend don't use it. So basically, any adult who doesn't have any of these additional comorbidities related to respiration can use this insulin. However, it works extremely fast. You cannot compare it to any other, like no Novorapid, no Fiasp. It is super fast. Um, so so that is something to keep in mind, like sometimes you're eating a certain food and that food only begins to kick in after a while, but the insulin and the food need to match. In the case of type 1s, it's not just low carb or just high carb or just how nicely your insulin and food can both work together. And I think with Afreeza, I found that challenging. Like, when I tried it out, I only used it when my blood sugar went high, because I know that it's going to come down very quickly. So that was the positive. But if I was eating something that had protein, for example, then it was not a good match.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think Nupur, this is your cue to kind of make that video.
Yes, definitely. That's my resolution for this week.
Yeah, that's good.
And
Okay.
also, like, quickly, Snehal, before you this thing. like asking our friends, all of our friends who are watching, what is it that you want Blue Circle should do? Like in 2025, we have been talking to governments, we've been going to a lot of rural school awareness programs. So you would have seen in Pune and around Pune, we've done. Uh, in the month of December alone, we've covered more than 7,000 people, and I'm yet to sit and compute how many people we've covered through the year. But thousands of students and teachers in Zilla Parishad schools, in places where government schools, where families may not have the income to take care of somebody if they get diagnosed. So we've been going out all out. In fact, after I finish, Snehal will also talk about the slum awareness program that they're running in Mumbai. So बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. We've been doing a lot of these things, representing our community at international spaces and organizations. What else can we do? What else can Blue Circle do? We have, I mean, I think all of you guys, we've got a lot of videos, we've got hundreds of blogs. We have our Facebook group where people can come and ask questions, and we have a lot to offer to somebody who has diabetes and is willing to sort of put in that work. But if there's anything that comes to your mind as to what should Blue Circle do 2025 में, अच्छा ये thing नहीं हुआ है अब तक, ये करो. If you have any suggestions, and that.
Yeah, we would love to hear them, and feel free to use the chat section under this video, or even you can post it on the Facebook group, and we definitely take a look at all the messages there. Yeah.
Thank you,
Prasid said,
Prasid.
keep up the good work. Yeah, thank you so much.
And if there are any other topics that you want us to cover, so we've been doing these Blue Circle workshops since the last 4.5 years, which means that we've covered a lot of topics, and sometimes we, repeat topics, because if something was done 1 year ago, 2 years ago, it's time for a refresher, or it's time to reach out to new people. But if there are any topics that you all have in mind that you think will be helpful and that you want to attend, please tell us,
Yeah.
like Snehal said, either in the comment section here or tell us on the Facebook group. And you can see the name of the Facebook group there, Diabetes Support Network India. So put your suggestions there. Also, everybody, all of us in our families, friends, we all know someone who's diabetic, whether type 1, type 2, pre-diabetic, whatever. If you feel they will benefit, get them added onto the Facebook group, send them the link, or use that invite button and add your friend list. Every now and then I press invite and I add my entire friend list, because and those who want to join then are welcome to accept that invitation and join. Rishikesh
Thank you,
says stress
Mata. Yeah.
management.
Stress management. Yeah. I think we should do some session on that as well, Nupur, right?
Yes, correct, Snail. बहुत दिन हो गए. I think we have not covered. So thank you, Rishikesh. We'll definitely do that, and thanks to Manda as well. I noticed कि हर एक workshop में आप हो, that is really nice, very supportive to be there along with our other friends Rishikesh and others who join very regularly. So that is really appreciated, and हजारों बच्चों को हमने कवर किया है recently पुणे में, and Savita, Mandar, Poonam, all of these people from our group have been super supportive, and everyone has a busy life, but still they come up and try and put in some time to help those who don't get the help that they should get. So thank you all, and Rita, also thanks to you. Thank you for always being so sweet and supportive, to the community, and really appreciate you, and hope to meet you whenever you're in India next. So it does sound like we are nicely kind of ending on time.
Yeah. Yeah. And if there are further more questions you want to ask us, or you want to share your tips and tricks, feel free to use the Facebook group. It's open. Don't feel shy. Even if you want to kind of put in your blood sugar readings every single day, please feel free. That Facebook group is for you, for all of us, for the community. So if there's anything you want to keep a track of, if there's anything you want to search, because a lot of topics have already been discussed on the group, so use the search option, on the top right hand side of the group, and then you can search on anything like low carb recipes, or exercise or protein or something like that, because these are the common questions that keep on repeating, and we also need constant reminders about it. So you can search that and use the wealth of information which is already present in the community, right?
Correct. Exactly. So,
Yeah.
here's wishing all of you a nice Sunday evening. Enjoy your Sunday. Have an early dinner, and don't worry about your active bolus. And please keep in touch with us. Keep talking to us. Keep telling us how you're feeling. Only when you're feeling good, सिर्फ तभी नहीं बोलने का. If you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling bad, तभी भी share करने का, because we all are, we all can understand. I think no one is going through this alone. So please share, and you can also use the anonymous function in the Facebook, on the Facebook group. So if you feel shy to post something, use that as well. And I think stay tuned to all our social media channels, Facebook group on that blue ticker that you can see there, and on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. And let's meet again next Sunday.
Yeah. Bye bye, take care.
Thank you. Bye.